Hello, everybody. There we go. So now I am going to pull up my Survivor Series notes. So, anywho, I'm gonna get this done right away because there is a lot to talk about. So we were live from the Air Canada Center from Toronto, Canada. I thought it was going to be an interesting Survivor Series because most of the matches were traditional Survivor Series elimination matches. The first match was Alicia Fox, Carmella, Team Raw went. I believe it was Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, and Nia. There was one more. I don't. Oh, Alicia versus Becky Lynch, Naomi, Natalia, Carmella, and then there was another one. But Team Raw came out on top. It was Alicia Fox started against Carmella. Alicia got the early advantage with the Northern Light suplex. She also tried for a near fall. Carmella gets a near fall. I don't remember after what. Charlotte tags herself in. She does this frequently in this match. I don't know for what reason. Uh, as well as. Oh, it says. Then the teams get two near falls on each other. Like it's a roll up, kick out, roll up. But Raw Champ tagged herself in. And instead of Raw Women's Champion, JBL says Raw Women's Champion. Okay, I'm going to speak on this because Nia Jax has been pushed as this unstoppable monster. And I also got to check to see how this is doing. Well, she has been. That's the way her and Braun have been pushed at the moment. I said it don't get very, very stale, but she was clotheslining everybody. She was the unstoppable force. Um, she also played Peacemaker between both teams. I said this was my note on Nia's character. She's being pushed as a monster heel, which that shtick will get old eventually, but it's working to perfection tonight because I don't know. It's not a squash match. It's not a squash match like you normally would see on Raw. Raw gets first elimination with Fox eliminating Carmella. It's 4-4 dead even with Fox getting eliminated. Naomi gets eliminated by countout, and that was when Nia ran Naomi's face into the post. Sasha got rolled up. Crowd starts cheering Suplex City because Nikki Bella was originally supposed to be on Team SmackDown, but she got assaulted. I believe I did say that. Nikki Bella is no showing the match. She is injured, and Natalia is taking over as team captain. I have a bit of an idea of what they might be setting up for. They might be setting up for a Bella Hart feud for TLC. Bayley and Becky trade forearms, and then Team Raw wins due to a Bayley to belly. Oh, then Sasha decide or not Sasha, Charlotte just attacks Bayley because she's a heel. Uh, there was a backstage segment between the club, James Ellsworth, and Mick Foley. There are a lot of chin puns as well because he's known as the No Chin Wonder, and he's living a Cinderella story or a Cinderella fairy tale. Then Mick Foley and James start talking, and James lists off his favorite Mick Foley moments that include, but are not limited to, his WrestleMania 22 match with Edge when he got speared through the table, King of the Ring 1998. And then Foley said, "Is there one moment of me that doesn't involve me being in an uncomfortable situation that you liked?" And that would be when he won the WWF Championship from The Rock. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm looking. So, anywho, back to the show. Okay. Find my notes here. Match number 2 was Zayn Miz, IC title. My prediction was Zayn will win. The crowd seems to be behind Zayn because A, babyface, B, home country. They bring up that Zayn has the home field advantage, as I just brought up. Zayn got a near fall, and he was already going for the suicide. He went for a suicide dive, but Miz got out of the way. I think Miz is one of the best heels in the business. I think that he's just one of the absolute best at what he does. When he wants to be hated, he can get that cheap heat very easy. Because he's very obnoxious. His character is very obnoxious. Miz gets out of the way. Miz is one of the best. Miz targeted the legs throughout the match for the figure 4. Now, he does get the figure 4 on, but I'll get to that when I get to that. I thought it was a very good match for face versus heel. Sammy's trying to mount a comeback. Sammy does a suicide dive with a bad leg, and then a Michinoku driver helps Zayn get a near fall. Then he did a roll up, got a near fall from that. Miz continued. Okay. This thing with Miz and Daniel Bryan, I know it's an on screen story. King Daniel throughout the match. Zayn hits a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. Another near fall for Zayn. He might be going for a haluva kick. I didn't know how to spell it. But Miz moved and put Zayn in the figure 4 leg lock. Now, this is very, very, very hard for me to talk about because, like, I call it a screw job, but it really wasn't. He does the suicide dive. Where was I? Oh yeah, Miz was mocking Daniel Bryan throughout the match with the kicks and the taunts. And he had Miz in the figure 4. Looked like Miz was gonna tap. The bell rang. Well, Miz didn't tap. So Sammy started to celebrate prematurely, which cost him the match. I gave the match a C. AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose are talking about their match at TLC and what they do to each other. Match 3 is a 10-on-10 tag team elimination match. I'm going to say right now, the rules confused the fuck out of me. I said prediction SmackDown to even the score. I don't know how this type of match works with the tag team elimination rules. So basically, it was if one person got eliminated, the team was eliminated. Breezango was the first elimination. They got squashed as usual. And they got taken out by the New Day. New Day then got eliminated by a super kick. One super kick. Otunga said that this is why the Usos are so dangerous. No, they're dangerous because they will take out your leg. And they are very heelish. They eliminated somebody with one super kick. Mojo Riley, before I continue on, because my next thought is by him. Mojo Riley is just the most energetic. He's a modern, I don't want to say a modern day Ultimate Warrior, but he's got a lot of energy. And they were very good. Oh, and New Day was eliminated right away. So that's another thing to note. I thought the best part of the match was Usos versus Cesaro and Sheamus. They were the two last teams in the ring, and I'll get to that when I get to that as well. I said Mojo was very athletic because he was moving around the ring like on his hands and knees so fast because he was rolling around to keep the Shining Stars from, or keep Primo or Epico from getting to their corner, which they were eliminated. The crowd was chanting, "We want Slater." Zack Ryder went for Broski Boot, but he got eliminated. American Alpha is the legal team at the moment, with Team Raw working together very well. Shining Stars are gone, and a brawl has broken out between all of the competitors. That'd be Enzo and Cass, Cesaro and Sheamus, all of the remaining people of Team Raw. I don't know who the legal men. I didn't know who the legal men were. It was so much chaos. American Alpha were gone. Rhino, Spear, or Gord, I believe it was Anderson. I said Spear, I meant to say Gore. And the club were gone. I refer to them as the club, not Anderson and Gallows. I also would like to note that my favorite part of the match, I know I just said this, but my favorite part of the match was Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Usos. I thought they were amazing. They have great chemistry. I thought Cesaro and Sheamus I think they're a good team. But it also was announced that tomorrow night on Raw, the New Day will be defending against Cesaro and Sheamus. I thought it was a very good match. Team Raw won. Kalisto versus Kendrick was the next match. But that was followed by, or that was after the McMahon Foley segment. Kendrick wins by my prediction, and I was right because I'll get to the ending. This match should be very fast-paced and fun. I remember, like, I was typing this in full screen, so I didn't see what happened. But Kalisto went for a suicide dive. He went for a springboard right off the bat, and that's how you knew it was going to be a little fast-paced. I thought it was a great match because Kalisto needs, like, I think he fits better in the cruiserweight division because he's working with people that match his high-flying style. Springboard followed by a near fall. Kendrick got a near fall with a snap belly to back suplex. And they just kept, countering pin attempts. I counted 2 or more in 30 seconds. Kendrick was using the environment to his advantage, like the ring post and the stairs, kind of like what he did with Perkins last month with his ring tape. Crowd is trying to screw with the ref by counting 10, and they do this throughout the night. I just didn't want to keep noting it. The crowd may be a little dead at this point. I thought they were because they were just so silent at points. Baron Corbin returns and costs Kalisto the match. and it ends in a DQ finish. What do I think? I thought it was a shit ending, so I gave the match a B. That was followed by Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan saying, I'm going to deal with you Tuesday for what you've done because there are going to be repercussions for your actions. The next match is the men's 5-on-5 elimination. And I actually listed the participants of this one. Shane McMahon, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Ambrose versus Jericho, Owens, Strowman, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. As per normal, Roman got booed out of the building. They were thunderous. Champion started off, or so we thought. Actually, no. Two of the best wrestlers. I do have to note that AJ Styles is one of the best because he's worked all around the world and for all these different promotions, and he's accoladed so many championships. They will not mention a number of those championships. Well, they won't mention a few of those championships because they were down in Florida with TNA. They were trading forearms to start the match. Styles missed a Pele kick. Owens tagged Jericho, which we got a flashback to the Jericho Styles feud from like Royal Rumble or the night after to WrestleMania. Styles hit the drop kick on Jericho. Nothing really noteworthy, and I was gonna write down every single thing. Styles and Rollins are in the ring. I think it would be good. Then Styles tagged in Dean, which kind of ruined it for me because I wanted to see what Rollins and Styles could do. I also put that I think Dean and Rollins have had good chemistry. Look at their SummerSlam match from last year, and you'll know. You'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going to switch accounts here. Just because I'm hold on. But I am good. I'm just responding to a comment on a charity stream. Hold on. Oh, I gotta respond to it later then. I thought that. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of background because this will come later, handy later. 2014 Shield split. Rollins and Ambrose entered a feud that went from June 2nd, the following week to September of that year. Or no, it was later actually. I think it was more or less like November or yeah, it was like November, October. It went from June to October. The reason for it being, in September with Night of Champions, Roman was out with injury. I believe he had a hernia at the time. So he was out with injury, which set up Dean Ambrose's return. So then they feuded on and off, or they've had matches on and off throughout the remainder of 2014 and 2015. Rollins gets sidelined with a knee injury in late 2015, just before Survivor Series, where he was going to face Roman Reigns. He doesn't return till May of this year. Costs, or after Roman's match with AJ, hits a pedigree, faces Roman at Money in the Bank, captures the title, then loses it almost immediately to Dean. Triple threat match at Battleground because Roman was suspended. Came back at Battleground, lost to Dean Ambrose, etc., etc. Now we're here. Survivor Series. Oh boy, what a mess. The 5-on-5 match was not horrible. It was okay. Gutsy performance by Shane McMahon. He stood out the most because for a guy his age, he does crazy shit. Throughout the match, some highlights with Shane were the elbow drop and the spear. And I'll get to that. I don't think I spoke about the match or that spear. But you could also tell that Owens and Jericho were teasing a split, and I'll also get to that. I think that the storyline is running its course. It's going to eventually lead to Ambrose, or not Ambrose, Jericho, Owens at the next Raw pay-per-view, which is Roadblock. Or they might draw it out till later. But the highlight of the match was probably the elbow drop through the table. And Ellsworth got Strowman out by countout. Strowman then destroyed Ellsworth, who is now officially under a full-time WWE contract. KO is out by DQ by using the list of Jericho on Styles. Then Jericho is picking up his list, whatever, and he's gone due to an RKO. Roman mounts a comeback. Rollins and Reigns are tearing apart the announce tables. Styles attacks Rollins and Reigns. Then this is where the fun part begins. Ambrose attacks Styles. Then I put Shield reunion tease here. Rollins. Okay, so what happened? They triple power bombed Styles through the announce table. And now Rollins is gone and Styles is gone. So now it's 3-on-2. Or no, it's 2-on-1. Let's go SmackDown chance. And how the match ended was Reigns was going to spear Bray, but Randy pushed Bray out of the way and he took the spear, which allotted for the sister Abigail and the victory. So they won. Main event time. This was not even 5 minutes. I'm not going to complain about it because the match they had in 2004 was horse crap. So, Lesnar got speared by... Okay, so what happened? The bell rang. Lesnar tried to establish dominance. But Goldberg shoves him down to the ground. And Lesnar's face just told him he had an expression of shock. Goldberg hit 2 spears and a jackhammer, and it was over in less than 5 minutes. I said it was an A because it was like a shocking match, because I predicted Lesnar was going to win. That is my review of Survivor Series. Overall, I thought it was a very decent pay-per-view. I thought it was okay. You know, not the best, not the worst. But man, I gotta see what happens on Tuesday between Ambrose and Taker. At least I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen because he tried to cost Team SmackDown the match because Rollins or Styles and Ambrose could not keep their tempers in check. But, ladies and gentlemen, the next pay per view is TLC in 2 weeks' time, followed by Roadblock, then the Royal Rumble, which is the next big pay per view. So, tell me what you guys would want me to do in the comments below, other than kill myself or stop the channel. I think that the brand split is a way to get competition between the brands of WWE and like the two main brands of Raw and SmackDown. Oh, and I should also note that Mauro Ranallo was on the commentary table. So we're going to end this review because it's 10 o'clock my time. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.